So there's a lot of people right now unemployed due to what happened with the coronavirus, and many businesses have shut down. And in that stimulus bill, they gave an extra $600 a week to people that's unemployed. So here in Texas, at least the time I dealt with that long time ago, the unemployment that I received in that time period was $400 a week, right? Adding an additional $600, that put it at $1,000 a week. Now, a lot of people aren't making $1,000 a week or close to $1,000 a week on average, or could be possibly making $4,000 a month. A lot of people are saying, man, I'm getting more money being unemployed than I was actually working. That's actually sad. That is very sad. That's happening. But it is. And what's happening in a lot of the states, like here in Texas, where they're saying that, well, if your employer calls you to come back to work and you say, nah, I'm good because I'm making more money being unemployed, then they're going to kick you off for unemployment. So people having to deal with that dilemma. They're like, well, why would I want to come back to work and take a risk when there's still cases of coronavirus out here? I'm getting unemployment. It's supposed to last until July 31st, the extra $600 that will come, to your unemployment with that addition. OK, so they're saying that 26.5 million people have applied for unemployment benefits since March 15th. That is a lot of people, ladies and gentlemen. My God, that's a lot of people. They say the workers are saying it's better to be laid off in order to receive the extra benefit instead of staying on the payroll for a job with potential reduced hours. They say according to the calculations, workers in more than half of the states will receive on average more in unemployment benefits than they did from their normal salaries. They say in 2009, following the global economic crash, the federal stimulus package increased unemployment benefits by just $25 per week. So, Obama and them didn't do a good job at all with that. Trump and them actually did a good job of saying an extra $600. They said, but some business owners say the current relief package is complicating strategies for reopening their companies, as it can create a disincentive for employees to return to work when the lockdown is relaxed. Yeah, I mean, if you're not paying them $1,000 a week, why they want to go back? For what? I mean, they're like, man, I got $1,000 a week and I'm chilling at my house. Of course they want to stay at home at that point. They're going to want to stay at home at least till July 31st when they run out. Now, I'm pretty sure Trump and them not going to renew it. I doubt it, but maybe they will. We don't know. So they're saying that hundreds of Americans lined up to access much needed food handouts in Los Angeles and Prospect, Pennsylvania, as the impact of the pandemic on the economy continues to worsen. So, people are lining up with their cars. I mean, it's pretty bad out there for some people, especially people who work in the service industry, who got hit the worst, is those in service jobs. You got to think about even your hairdressers who haven't been working. And you have some hairdressers, I saw this one lady, she said, forget the cops, forget the order. I'm cutting hair. I said, how am I making my money? I just think it's very, silly how they did that with the hairdressers. I mean, because you can easily say, hey, only one customer, in the shop at a time, make the rest of the customers sit in their car. Okay, cool. You can sit in your car. You can play on your phone, whatever. And then when they're ready for you, when another person come out, they could, disinfect, call you to come in, get your hair cut, whatever. That's how they should do it, by appointment only. But they have to do this better than that. But at the same time, like I say, I know people on a good day, they're not going to go back to work. And in a way, I don't blame them. I mean, why would you go back to a job making $300 to $400 a week when you sitting at home making $1,000? That's like a no-brainer. But let me know what you think in the comments section about this. Are you unemployed right now? Are you getting the $1,000 a week or close to it? And if you are, and your job call you back, are you going to go back to that job? Or you going to say, nah, I'm going to ride this out to at least the end of July 31st?